Making news now at 9, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled last week that federal courts cannot rule on gerrymandering cases. If you don't know what gerrymandering is, it's dividing or arranging an area into political units, in this case, districts, to give special advantages to one group. That's according to Merriam-Webster. Keller 10's Madison Heaver reports tonight on what the Supreme Court decision could mean for Missouri and the impact it may have on the next legislative session.
Dr. Ponder, a professor of political science at Drury University, says the Supreme Court did not make a decision on whether gerrymandering based on political affiliation is acceptable or not. Rather, it decided federal courts could not decide if it's acceptable or not.
They did not rule necessarily that partisan gerrymandering was okay or was constitutional. They simply said this is the kind of decision that we feel it's best for Congress or the state legislatures to make.
So what does this mean for Missouri?
It's not clear. What it does mean, just like every state, it leaves everything in place. So it doesn't really technically touch clean Missouri. That can still go forward, but what it probably means is that each side is really going to dig in now.
Clean Missouri is part of Amendment 1. The amendment voters approved in November. It includes a provision to have a nonpartisan state demographer to draw district lines. During the last legislative session, Republican lawmakers attempted to roll back parts of the Clean Missouri Amendment. Lawmakers claimed it would make Amendment 1 better. Others claimed they were overturning the will of the people.
I think there's a lot of misnomers here. We're not overturning the will of the voters at all. In fact, I'm improving, I believe, on Amendment 1 through this process.
Because it didn't rule whether they're good or bad, it leaves standing Missouri's Amendment 1, which was passed in November. So we still have fair maps in Missouri, which is a good thing.
The bill to roll back parts of the amendment failed in the Senate. Ponder says the Supreme Court chose to make the decision because gerrymandering is considered a political issue and the court doesn't weigh in on political issues.
A political issue is something that the court feels is better decided by the elected branches, so Congress, the president, state legislatures, etc.
Ponder says Republican lawmakers are likely to push for undoing the state demographer aspect of the Clean Missouri Amendment during the next session. Madison Heaver, Ozarks First.